Hey friends, let us look at some recent service announcements that Amazon made. Now, Amazon Athena is also available in Europe and APAC regions. We usually use Athena to analyze petabytes of data. It is built on top of Trino and Presto engines. So, where in Europe, Spain and Zurich. Zurich is in Switzerland, and in APAC, we have it in Hyderabad and Melbourne regions. So this service was already available in Mumbai if you are talking about India, and now they have added Hyderabad, and it was already available in London, Paris, Milan. So if you have customers in these locations, it will be very easy for you to reduce the latency because these services are available in these regions. You can reduce the latency of firing your queries, and your queries will perform a lot better because they would be executing near you. Then the next thing is AWS has announced open source Redshift integration with Apache Spark. What is the advantage? There are a lot of people who are very much familiar with Spark. They are called Spark developers. Now, if they want to work in Redshift earlier, they were supposed to know SQLs, stored procedures, and so on. But now that is not required. They can still use Spark and they can work with Redshift data. That integration is there. They can analyze the Redshift data using Spark itself. Okay, and with this release, Redshift open sources the Redshift contributions and integration for Apache Spark. So these are all open source applications, and you can integrate it and use it. So good news for Apache developers, Spark developers. And earlier there was no support for writing Parquet files. Now there is a support for that also. You see this, there is a good support for writing the Parquet files also. Okay, and then it has integration with secrets manager. So is it just that Spark people will get access to this? It is not just that. Why they have given this access is so that you can build applications which are 10 times faster performance, high performance. Another new announcement is Kinesis data Firehose service. This is now available in Israel, that is Tel Aviv AWS region. So Kinesis data Firehose, you can load streaming data into data lakes, data store. Suppose the data is constantly coming from your IoT devices. You want to store it in a data warehouse or a data lake or a data store. You can do that. So you don't need to write any code. You should configure producers to automatically deliver data to destination, which can be your Redshift, S3, and so on. Another great thing is Lake Formation is now available in 2 additional regions, that is APAC, Melbourne, and Hyderabad in APAC. So Hyderabad is the epicenter or becoming the epicenter in India, and they have a huge Amazon office. So I have visited that campus, and it is an awesome campus. They have so many lifts, I think 5 or 6 lifts, elevators, and then they have a in the reception, around the reception they have an area where you can play cricket. There is a net, big area where you can play indoor cricket. So there is a lot of focus there. Another important announcement is with respect to SageMaker. People who are working on AWS machine learning methods or applications, they can make use of pre-built Docker, which is called the SageMaker Distribution for machine learning. Now, what is SageMaker? It is an integrated development environment which is available for machine learning in the AWS world. So if you want to do any sort of machine learning, coding, etc., use SageMaker to do that. There are pre-built models that you can use. Now, many times we are struggling to understand what libraries we should add, where will we find these libraries, where should we download, and so on. So this pre-built Docker has 18 popular libraries embedded in it, which includes PyTorch, TensorFlow, Keras, and etc. Plus, there are some very popular Python libraries like NumPy, Scikit, and Pandas, which is included there. Apart from this, SageMaker is also announcing a direct integration with Salesforce Data Cloud. So now you can directly hit Salesforce and perform some machine learning applications or create some applications which are based on those data sets. That integration is now possible. Not only this, you can build a machine learning model in SageMaker and take that model into Salesforce. How? You will have to use Einstein Studio in Salesforce. to power that ML driven business applications. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this part where we looked at the recent features that AWS has released this month in August. If you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe and become a member to gain access to a lot of practice questions to help you clear cloud certifications.